I met James on a blind date in a pub on a very wet Friday night. I think what attracted me to James in the first place is that we had a lot of similar interests. Music probably has to be right up there because he played in a brass band. We both play the piano and I sing in a choir. It was just unbelievable. I was devastated. He was wandering all the time, didn't know where he was.
I just can't remember recent things. I can only remember the longer term items, and that is so frustrating. I know what I want to say, even if I can't produce the words at the right time, but I'm determined to keep going as long as I can, but we've got to accept that at some stage then it takes over and there's nothing you can do about it.
He couldn't feed himself, he couldn't find the toilet. It was just horrendous.
Okay, should we go and find it?
I knew the word care package, but I hadn't a clue how to set one up for myself. I had always assumed it was a joint venture with social services and the NHS, that somebody somewhere created a care package for you, even if you then had to pay for it. But that wasn't the case at all. I had to do the whole lot myself, and it was absolutely daunting.
There we go.
I didn't know there were daycare centres for people with dementia. I didn't know what a night carer looked like. I didn't know how to get respite care, and I didn't know how to get home support. So I was just like floundering.
Are you ready for our trip out?
I think I must have been asked at some point if James had any savings, and I'm sure I obviously answered yes because he did. But I don't remember anybody then saying to me, in which case you're on your own. Being a self-funder meant that we had savings over $23,250, and that meant I had to pay for all James's care.
Are you going to give it to Jean to look after?
I lost James between October 2010 and February 2011. I've now got a lot of James back, but that's only because we've got the right services in place and he's on the right care package, and because I've worked really hard. I think it's really important that the people with dementia have the care that they need, whatever it costs and however it's provided. It's bad enough having to go through the sort of assessment we've been going through, but to think that in other parts of the country you might not get that care because the level of support isn't there is just outrageous. I'm not very good at looking ahead, either financially or in terms of what's going to happen to James. I think that's because I know that he's going to get worse and that it's going to be harder and harder to cope. It's really difficult to know whether the system will support us, and I'm not sure what the government view is on all of this. I'm not confident that the money will be there.